Tonight's teaching is about brokenness. We want to use the John the Baptist exaltation of Jesus Christ in the book of John, chapter 3, beginning from verses 22 to 36. These are the words we want to bring to your consideration tonight from verse 22. After these things, Jesus and his disciples came into the land of Judea, and there he remained with them and baptized. And John also was baptizing in Ammon near Salem, because there was much water there. And they came and were baptized. And John had not yet been thrown into prison. Then there arose a dispute between some of John's disciples and the Jews about purification. And they came to John and said to him, Rabbi, he who was with you beyond the Jordan, to whom you have testified, behold, he is baptizing, and all are coming to him. John answered and said, a man can receive nothing unless it has been given to him from heaven. You yourself here bear me witness that I said, I am not the Christ, but I have been sent before him. He who has the bride is the bridegroom, but the friend of the he who has the bride is the bridegroom, but the friend of the bridegroom who stands and hears him rejoices greatly because of the bridegroom's voice. Therefore, this joy of mine is fulfilled. He must increase, but I must decrease. This is the words of Jesus Christ. And this must happen in our life. In our life, maybe at birth, at the new birth, it was more of Christ and more of us and less of Christ. And later, maybe some of Christ and less, some of Christ and some of us. But later, it should be more of Christ and less of us. Even ultimately, all of Christ and nothing of course, nothing of us. Verse 37, he must increase, but I must decrease. He who comes from above is above all. He who is of the earth is earthly and speaks of the earth. He who comes from heaven is above all, and what he has seen and heard, that he testifies, and no one receives his testimony. He who has received his testimony has certified that God is true. For he whom God has sent speaks the words of God. For God does not give the Spirit by for God does not give the Spirit by measure. The Father loves the Son and has given all things into his hand. He who believes in the Son has everlasting life, and he who does not believe the Son shall not see life, but the wrath of God abides in him. In our life, it should be more of Jesus and less of us. This is what brokenness is about. This is what true preaching is about. It should be about the Lord. It is not about ourselves. May God help us in Jesus' name. Oh Jesus Christ, grow thou in me, and all things else receive. My heart be daily nearer thee, from sin be daily free. Each day let thy supporting might my weakness still embrace. My darkness vanish in thy light my dirty face. bright beams which on me fall, fade every evil thought, that I am nothing, thou art all, I will be daily free. The thought, or the daily thought. More of thy glory let me see, thy holy, wise, and true. I would thy living image be, in joy and sorrow too. Fill me with gladness from above, hold me by strength divine. Lord, let the glow of thy great love through my whole being shine. Make this poor self grow less and less, be thou my life and aim. Oh, make me daily through thy grace more meet to bear thy name. Amen. Let Jesus Christ grow more and more in me. More of Christ, less of me. Amen.